One of the people I met through there was happened to be starting a prison program, and they asked, because they were expanding in the program, they asked if I wanted to be a part of it. I was like, hell yes. That's yeah, for sure.
And when they asked you, what was your like initial feelings though? You like
anxiety.
Yeah. I'd be like, how does this work? Do I have a bodyguard?
Yeah, right. So that's a funny story.
This is a Dogs Train Home podcast. Stories of second chances, one person and one dog at a time. And I'm your host, Vix Little.
All right, I'm ready.
I appreciate you. Okay. Welcome, Steph.
Thank you.
So, where should we start? Back at the beginning.
Where's the beginning?
Where's the beginning?
Birth. Let's start at birth.
Yes. Actually,
now that you said that, let's talk about that.
What did you want to do when you was a kid?
You know, when I was a little girl, I wanted to be a veterinarian.
Oh, that's still animals.
It's still along the lines, because I was raised in Idaho, small town, farmland, right? I was raised around a lot of horses and cows and, farm stuff, dogs, of course. And I wanted to be a vet. And again, I think it just had, because I wanted to work with animals.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
animals. And then I realized how I can't handle blood and guts.
Yeah.
And the
the crappy stuff that comes with it.
Yeah, the ew.
Oh, you'd have to deal with them being put down and stuff.
And all of that, yeah. See, my young brain didn't even get into that part. It was just more of like, I can't handle the blood. I can't handle I already deal with the
I'll be about to say you got the poop.
I don't think you can get around the poop when you deal with dogs, but yeah, I wanted to be a vet when I was a little girl.
That's cool. So then you went into, how did you get into dog training? How did that come about?
Oprah. Yeah, like Oprah was a huge factor.
I feel like she's been a huge factor in everyone's lives.
I love that you said that, because a lot of people say the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, I love Oprah. She did me too, But yeah, it was, the saying that a lot of people, they say a lot, and it's said a lot. What would you do if you could do anything, right? Well, I was watching Oprah one day and she said it, and for some reason that day it clicked for me, and I was sitting on the couch with my dogs, and we were watching Oprah and our blankie, and I was like, if you really want to spend more time with them, right? I love them. They make my heart soar. I want to do more with dogs. So I just started researching.
What can I do?
Yeah, how do I do it? I didn't want to do grooming. Like I said, at this time, I already knew I wasn't wanting to be a vet because it was too much blood and guts. And
yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Training sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I, figured that out and Googled and just started doing stuff.
And then did you start practicing on your dogs?
Yeah. I did that for a few years, actually, before I did anything, right? Before I actually did any kind of formal anything, right? Is I was practicing with my dogs. I actually had, because at the time my husband was military and we lived on a military base, and I had friends that were struggling with their dogs.
Oh, cool.
So of course I did it for free, but I would help them.
Yeah.
Right. And do my best to teach and do my best to train and experiment and all of that stuff. So yeah, I was doing that.
Well, you were working a trade. Yeah.
Yeah. I was figuring it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. So, fast forward. How did you get into training in prisons, from training military to
training my friends next door?
Right.
Obviously there's a big chunk in there that's missing. But long story short, I moved to California. I started working for Caesar, which was a huge
Caesar
Milan, which was a huge whoa, what just happened moment. But in that, I met a ton of great people, a ton of great trainers. And one of the people I met through there happened to be starting a prison program, and they asked, because they were expanding in the program, they asked if I wanted to be a part of it. I was like, hell yes. That's yeah, for sure.
And when they asked you, what was your initial feelings though? You
anxiety.
Yeah. I'd be like, how does this work? Do I have a bodyguard?
Yeah, right. So that's a funny story. So it was, I don't know how it got brought up, but it was in the beginning, we would carry a whistle.
Oh, for help.
Yeah. So my joke to them was like, because yeah, you carry a whistle, that's, and I was like, so I'm supposed to blow my whistle, I'm getting raped? Is that how it works? Because,
I know I should laugh,
but that's what you think about, because if you've never been in before, you don't know what the hell's going on. And I'm like, so this whistle is supposed to protect me. How is this whistle supposed
can I have pepper spray at the end of it?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a whole other thing. But yeah, I just thought it was funny that.
But then you get in there, and did you need the whistle?
No, you don't need the whistle. And that's why, again, I think it was like comical for me, because it's like, you don't need the whistle.
Yeah.
It's the stereotype, that everybody gets stuck in, which is one of the things I loved about program, was changing that.
Yeah.
Like, doing our best to change that stereotype that just because someone is in there does not mean they're not a person. It does not mean they're not a good person.
Yeah.
It means they've made mistakes. It means that they have a foundation that maybe wasn't as positive as a lot of other people are fortunate to have.
The environment.
Yeah, the environment breeds more of that, I mean, needless to say, there's a whole nother set of rules and body language.
Yeah,
Like,
that's society.
Yeah, it's literally like a whole different, like, we're talking like the difference between the UK and America.
Yeah.
It's similar, where it's like a totally different communication. It's totally different, like, ways to live.
It's completely different.
It is. It's a whole nother society within a society. And it just, it's just different.
And you've got to figure out the rules.
You've got to figure out the rules.
So how did that work with, so how many prisons did you go into?
So me personally, I went into a lot of them. But I ran one.
Yeah.
So I trained, as in got my training to run prisons in North Kern. It's where I spent a good portion of my time. I think I did a little bit in Cal City. I think that's where, again, I think my very first time in prison was in Cal City.
Yeah.
California City.
Yeah.
And then
you know the abbreviations, but not everyone does.
Right. That's why I was like, maybe we should say the whole word.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I did the training in North Kern, and then once I was trained and ready, I got my own prison, which was in Wasco.
Yeah.
And I did Wasco for several years, 3 or 4 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was your favorite prison?
There's no favorite. I mean, I could be biased because it was so long at Wasco, it was my prison.
Oh, it was all yours. That was your,
Yeah, I ran it. So it was like, it was my prison.
Yeah.
But it's funny because Wasco and North Kern are almost identical, like the way that they look.
Oh, right. Okay.
Do you know
not the way they run, just
no, not the way they run, because they're run by different people.
Yeah.
But the way that they look. So you go into one, and it's like, in a way, it's almost like deja vu.
Yeah.
Because they're set up exactly the same, right?
But it's just, different
The physical,
management.
different people in it, obviously, and different. But the physicality of it, the way that the design, like that, is exactly the same.
I mean, that would probably help in some ways.
Yeah. You know where everything is, right?
So then, how does the program run, and what does it look like for someone who doesn't know? So you already have your guys. Do you already know the people? Do you select the people that come in? So you have to talk us through that. Is that like an interview?
Yeah,
How
we
does
do
that
an
work?
interview. So we set up a day where they're notified, that we're starting a program. They can sign up for the program if they'd like, and they get filtered because there are certain criteria. Obviously, you can't be in there for a crime that's against a violence towards an animal or a woman.
Yeah.
There are a few other criteria, like the COs have their own criteria that they want for program as well. So through that, and if you still make it past that, then we sit down and we do a little interview where we, just ask you a few questions about dogs and how you handle, stress and stuff like that. And just, we make our selections, and usually, we have about 20 to 30 guys in program at once. And we have a lot of returning, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So,
and is there a set amount of positions? Like numbers coming in?
It depends. So it depends on how many dogs, right? We usually do about 10 dogs, about 2 to 3 people per dog.
Yeah.
So like I said, it just depends on the different
Yeah,
each
yeah,
prison has its own, right? And each trainer who's running the prison has its own criteria or its own rules or
yeah,
its
yeah,
own structure that they like to do. Some people like to have a smaller group, which me, I like
yeah,
to do 20 or under because that allows me 20 guys
yeah,
or under because that allows me a little bit more one-on-one time,
yeah,
and to be able to interact a little bit more and teach, I feel, more efficiently.
yeah. So then you've got your guys.
Yeah.
Then do you get your dogs, or do you already have the dogs?
Guys first,
Yeah.
so that I know for one how many guys we have and how many dogs we need.
Okay.
And then um, it also helps me select the dogs because then if I'm dealing with a lot of shut down guys, I know I need a lot more happy-go-lucky dogs, right? So it's always trying to find that balance between, the energies of both,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
So then you'll pair them up. Now, where'd you get the dogs from?
The dogs are from a rescue that they're up for adoption anyways,
Okay.
and we just select. Some of them are chosen from shelters.
Yeah,
Some of them are chosen from the rescue itself. Again, it just depends on the scenario, but they all came as rescues
yeah,
or as adoptable dogs.
yeah,
And yeah, the guys work with them to get a certain, level of socialization out of
yeah.
them or whatever it is they need.
So they are handpicked
Yeah,
effectively
by the
for the
trainers.
program
Yeah,
for to go in
yeah.
with it. And you say that you have uh dogs per, like 2 to 3 guys per dog. How does that work?
So that was one of the cool things that I loved about our program was it teaches a dynamic that's out here that's really important, which is
Mm.
partnering, right? Not just like intimate partnering as far as like relationships, but friendships, being able to work
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
Because as a team, the 2 to 3 per dog, they need to be able to coordinate a schedule and
yeah.
create a schedule for that dog because they have that dog all day, every day,
Yeah,
right?
they're 24/7.
They're there 24/7. So they have to figure out, who's going to take the dog out to potty in the morning, who's going to work the dog for the day, who's going to work on what for the day, right? And again, some of these guys have jobs and they have class or they have other programs that they're doing.
Yeah,
So it's really important for them to learn how to communicate and
yeah.
coordinate with each other and be a team dynamic for that dog.
And then at nighttime, what do the dogs sleep with them?
The dogs are in crates in like the day room or like the main area of the pod. They're allowed in the cells throughout the day, but at night they have to be in a crate. And
That's
that's with
so
the cell door shut.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, so really everyone in that pod, because again, program 20 to 30 guys depending on program. But in that pod where everybody is, it's like a couple hundred guys
Yeah.
in that pod.
Yeah. Okay. So then you've got the dogs in there all the time.
Mhm.
Then at daytime, you've got the guys that aren't in the program. And are they allowed to have any interaction with the dog?
So they are to a certain extent, and that's where the handler has to come in and advocate for the dog. Because there are
Yeah.
dogs, obviously, that want to be pet and
Yeah.
want to interact and want to do things like that. But there are also a lot of dogs that we bring in that are there for a reason and
Yeah.
need to be rehabbed, right? So they're insecure or they're nervous or they're anxious and they don't want to be touched.
Yeah.
So it's important for the handler to understand how to advocate for their dog
Yeah.
in a way that's not going to get them in trouble or
Yeah, and the right type of person.
yeah,
Because it might be this dog likes to have affection, but maybe your energy's off.
right. Maybe your energy's too much for this dog,
That would be
right?
me. They'd be like, you are gonna hunt my dog up, go away. Like, terrible.
Sorry, ma'am, you cannot touch me.
No, you're gonna, I've just got them calm, and you're gonna do that squeaky voice, and it's gonna go wrong. Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's really interesting.
yeah. The squeaky voice in prison was not a problem.
Yeah. So did they do squeaky voice?
So I love that you brought that up because one in my program, again, I can't speak for everybody else and what they talk, but in my program, that was one of the things that I had to get guys, like one of the things I would do to loosen them up because there would be guys, there was,
Not true.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, okay, Jimmy, so this dog needs you to be happy. And then be like, I am happy. I'm like, no, you got to be like, get in, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was hard for them. It was hard for some of them, but it was fun and it kind of lightened the mood.
And
And
are they in a separate area or other people can their other cellies watch them
so
at
in the
once?
day room, in the pod, right, where we're doing our class, we either do the class in that pod, depending on weather and other things that we're working on, or right outside the pod in the yard. But yeah, so when we're conducting program, no one else is out
Okay.
as far as like the cellmates or the
Yeah.
cell guys. It's just the program guys.
So can they be heard?
I think they can hear us through the.
So
I
they
feel like they can through the
got this.
cells. Yeah.
They got their mate out there going, hey, they'd be like,
Right?
wait till I see you at chow.
Exactly. But see, but that's part of, to me, that's part of the great things that dogs do for you,
Yeah.
right? Is they teach you how to be courageous.
Yeah.
Because real courage and strength and confidence is not that people that you worry about people judging you. It's like it doesn't matter if they do.
Yeah.
They're going to.
Yeah.
And you have to learn how to be like and own it and be like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I did. That's how I did it. And
And this is what I've got to do for the
yeah,
dog. It's not about us, it's about them.
it's right. So it was really great watching guys go from some of them again like a state where they can't like I'm not gonna talk like that to the dog
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
getting down to like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
doing that motivational speech.
Yeah.
And it was like it was fun and it lightened everybody up and it made them, you know.
But I like the visualization of that because you've got ones with like tats on their faces,
Yeah.
like you'd be terrified, and then they're like,
Exactly. And that was the best part is like again teaching balance, like
Yeah.
teaching them how to be like they know how to be hard, they know how to be tough, and they
You've
know
done
how.
that. You've got that one
Yeah,
down. Yeah.
exactly. You got that. Let's show you something different.
Yeah.
Let's show you how to be emotional with these animals. Let's show you how to break down with them and to make your body language and your energy softer
Yeah.
and help this animal be more confident.
Yeah.
Or feel good about
And that's great life skills as well.
Yes, which was the point program is to teach those life skills, you know, to give them the emotional readiness
Yeah.
of being free, of being
Yeah.
outside of prison.
And did you ever deal with like any guys that have never pet a dog?
Yeah. There was guys in program that have never been, I mean, they've been around as in past life, but they've never owned one or never had
Yeah.
one. So yeah, there were guys, which to me I love
Yeah.
because it's like you're like a clean slate.
Yeah.
You don't have any of these like conditionings
Yeah.
where you need to pet the dog all the time or touch
Exactly.
the dog or get the dog excited all the time. So yeah, those were fun. But yeah,
Yeah. I mean, Mike, I remember when we first got our first dog, Tango, we was in our 30s.
Mm.
My husband's obviously been around other people's dogs, but he's never had a dog of his own.
Mhm.
Some of these guys went in at 18.
Or younger.
They might not have even actually cuddled a dog before, let alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was astonishing to me because I grew up like
Same.
surrounded by dogs. But yeah, I was like, you've never been out there. Huh?
Oh,
I'm
that's
like, well,
lovely.
you know, why would you want to be in programs? Like, because I've never been around a dog.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let's do this. Let's teach.
And that's got to be great also for just the day to day where you had just the dogs were in the facility.
Just yeah, it again, we don't have any like recorded statistics,
Yeah.
but there are scientific studies out there that have proven and shown that just touching a dog can lower your anxiety. You know, just touching a dog can improve your mental state
Yeah.
like immensely for some people, you
Yeah.
know? So yes, just having the dogs present is a huge what's the word I'm looking for? Advantage, I
Yeah,
guess,
benefit.
for the COs and the
Yeah.
prison as a whole,
Yeah.
because it just sends a different energy
Yeah.
around for everybody, you know?
I know you said to me before and off camera that that's what the CEOs did say to you. Like
Yeah.
it definitely helped them out
Yeah,
when
it
it
did.
came to like lower intentions.
Yeah, it really did, you know. And I think it's just an energy thing, you
Mm.
know? Like obviously the dogs weren't sitting down and having conversations with the guys like, hey guys, we need to get along.
Yeah.
It was more of like, you know, just setting an energy that, you
Will
know,
look after me. I'm kind of helpless.
yeah,
Yeah.
I need your help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't kick off right now because I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, I love
So
that.
yeah, it's so fun.
So, yeah. So then what happened? So you had the three prisons. When did that run up to? When did you start it? Pre-COVID, because I know you
Yeah.
was in for COVID.
I think I started my own prison in 2018. Well, was given my own prison, Wasco, I think it was 2018.
Wow, yeah.
And I was there until like 20, well, yeah,
COVID.
till COVID hit. And then when COVID hit, of course, we had to pull out of a lot of
Yeah,
prisons because there was no anything, right? We were fortunate enough to keep one prison, which was North Kern, which was amazing. We had to do a lot of modifications as far as like program and what we were allowed to do, what we
yeah,
weren't allowed to do, where we were allowed to go, we like stuff like
yeah.
that. We ended up training behind a fence, which was awesome because we could still go in and teach and still give that like enrichment that they all need.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was just modified. So yeah.
Do you think that was because North Korea was more set up for that, or is it just down to what the CEOs wanted to do at that time?
Yeah, I think that because North Kern was ran by a warden that loved the program,
She made it
and
work.
yeah, and I think she saw all the benefits. Like
Yeah,
she saw the change in that yard, that change in that pod. Like she saw the things that were highly benefiting that section.
yeah,
And so she did what she could to do her part to keep us
yeah,
around.
yeah,
And again, we were just willing to do whatever needed to be done. So we
yeah.
were teaching again outside of a fence and keeping distance and keeping whatever, wearing masks and all that stuff, of course. But it was
Did you
really
know I
cool.
bought my dog a mask? I will find that picture for you. There's a picture of him sitting over by in his bed over by that window, just
Oh
mask
my
on.
god!
Like,
And I could totally just see his eyes, like get the
it was.
coming.
Well, he's the chihuahua.
Yeah,
Like, what are you doing?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Like what is happening?
when you take this off, I'm gonna rip your face
Yeah,
off. Take your picture while you can.
exactly. You know why you can just wait.
Yeah, yeah, that was a crazy time. I mean, that must have been a crazy time for you guys. It was a crazy time for the rest of the world.
Yeah, it was. It was. It was crazy. But like I said, we just did what we could and kept program going for those that would allow us to and to do what we needed to do. And it was, yeah.
And were you ever scared? Now, you told me a story about when you first went in with the whistle.
Oh, the whistle. Yes.
That must have like set you up for
Well,
unnecessary fear.
oh, so again, you already have the stereotype of what you think prison is.
Yeah.
Right. So then you're telling me that I get this whistle to protect myself. I'm like, that's not going to protect shit. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, so Mm, eh, so no, you go in and you realize it's not.
Yeah.
Like you don't need the whistle.
Yeah.
Right? You don't need the whistle. You don't need the protection.
Everyone's there. They want to be there.
They want to be there. And again, they know.
Not in prison. No,
No, no, no,
they
no.
want to be in the
They want to be in
program.
program. Yeah, sorry. Let's be
Yeah.
clear here. No, they want to be in program, and obviously in program there's rules and there's structure, and they can get that strip, that privilege, because it really is a privilege.
Yeah.
That stripped from them easily.
Yeah.
So for the most part, they're on their best behavior.
Yeah.
And they're actually really polite. Let's just be honest. They're actually really
More
polite.
polite than what driving down
I
the
make
road.
that comment all the time. I was like, you guys are more polite than the guys I deal with
Yeah.
out here.
Yeah.
So yes, thank
We're
you.
cool.
Yes, thank you for that. But yeah, like I said, it's a privilege and it's just a stereotype that, you know?
I mean, that must have been such a wild ride. It's so great,
Yeah.
to see what you did, and
It was fun.
yeah. So fast forward to where you are today,
Where am I today?
because I love what you do today.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So in 2017, I started a business called SCV Pack Walk, which stands for Santa Clarita Valley, which is where we live.
Yeah.
Um, SCV. Everybody always gets it backwards or doesn't understand it. And again, if you live in
And
the
that's your
area,
logo.
yeah, that's my logo.
I
Um,
love them because everyone wears the blue ones.
yeah,
Is that like a thing that they have to wear the blue ones, or is it?
which is, I mean, we color coordinate,
Yeah.
right? Because that's just how my brain works. So
Yeah.
we wear the same color every day. We have blue and green and black that we wear, and it just depends on the day. But yeah, it's a business I created with actually another trainer friend that actually did program as well, that we created because we were trainers and we were working with people, and they would have not complaints, but like, hey, I need help. Can you recommend someone who can take my dog out? Whether they work in the film industry or just an industry where they're gone.
Yeah.
Working in LA, sometimes you're gone for several hours a day.
Especially Santa Clarita, because you got to make the drive
Yeah.
too, and then back.
Yeah, and the drive isn't far, it's the traffic.
Yeah. Yes.
That gets you. But yeah, so they would have that, and they would be like, "I need someone to take my dog out." And when I hire, a rover or a wag or whatever, I'm getting more problems because
Yeah.
they're not using the structure that I've been taught through
Yeah.
training. So long story short, like I said, me and Kim, who is the other trainer I'm talking about, we started doing it for clients,
Yeah.
right? And we started it was crazy in the beginning because we were dealing with dogs with muzzles and stuff like that because we were dealing with dogs that needed help.
Yeah.
And it just started like blowing up, and yeah, now we have a lot of dogs in our pack, which is awesome.
But they're all so calm.
Yeah, well, again, it's structure, and it's
Yeah.
the point of what we do is teaching the dogs socialization and allowing them to be in a space that's safe for them,
Yeah.
so that they can learn, so they can open up and be their true dog
Yeah.
self, right?
So you pick them up in the morning.
Mhm.
What do? You walk them and take them back, or do you have them all day?
So we pick them up. There's a list that we get of the dogs that are scheduled for the day. We I create a list for every person, to go pick up, and they go to the house, they pick up the dog. The dog goes in the car with other dogs, and then we meet at a location. We get the dogs out, we work with the dogs, we train the dogs, we walk with the dogs, and then we do it like a cool down together, which is a huge piece that's
Yeah.
important for them to relax together in
Yeah.
space together. Some of them, obviously, when we met them, couldn't handle that. So getting them to that point where they can,
Is that because they've only been used to being hyped up around dogs?
yeah, it could, there's a lot of reasons, right? Either they've never been around dogs,
Yeah.
they've had negative experiences with dogs, they've had, to me, that's a negative experience.
Yeah.
But to most people, they think that being around having my dog around other dogs and they're playing the whole time
Yeah.
is positive,
Yeah.
but it's not. They need to learn balance. They need
Yeah.
to learn how to play, of course, but they also need to learn how to relax
Yeah.
in the presence
God, like
of
kids.
other dogs. Yes, it's literally very similar. There's a lot of transparency, or things that correlate
Yeah.
with kids and dogs. But yeah, and then they load back up and they get dropped off at home, and then we do it again.
And how long does that take? Is that an hour? Or?
So they're with us anywhere from 2 to 5 hours,
Wow.
depending on the day, depending on the location that we're walking, depending on the weather. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many different pieces, but it's like a mini daycare.
Oh,
I know.
so
Fun, huh?
school, dog school. I
Yeah.
love that.
It's funny. I've had a lot of people, because obviously when we're walking with our 30 dogs down the street, people make comments, and that's the one that I loved the best. Was yeah, they're like, "Is this a doggy school?" I'm like, "Yes, it is. You're still right. It is a doggy
It's a
school."
doggy school.
Yeah. So yeah, I like to call it that, as a little.
You'd be the principal.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. But it's fun.
I
So,
love
yeah,
that.
that's
Now
what I do.
you've got something new.
Do so excited.
Tell me the new stuff.
So-
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited about the new one as well. I just started creating. It's like a spin-off of BarkBox. So BarkBox is like a monthly subscription plan where you get this magical box at your door, and you open it and there's all these fun toys in it. So the difference between that and what I've created is you get a subscription box with goodies in it, but I give you a video of how to use that goodie.
Yeah.
Right. So right now, the first series we're creating is the Best Life Together series, which is a foundational piece for you and your dog to create a connection and a relationship based off of the way a dog communicates, not a
Right.
human,
Yes.
right? So the first box we created has a slip lead in it. It teaches you how to use the slip
Because say no
lead.
one knows how to use the slip lead properly. It's
Exactly.
a wrong position on the
It's the
net.
wrong
Yeah.
position. They're allowing their dog to drag them on it. And they're like, well, it's the same. I'm like, yeah, if you don't know how to use it,
Yeah.
then it is going to be just like every other tool.
Yeah.
And it's going to lose its effectiveness, just like every other
Yeah.
tool. So the video you get with your box, it's a QR code that you get with your box that shows you how to use the slip lead, how to walk your dog.
I mean, it you do need it, and it is very simple once it's taught. I think I was telling you that my 6-year-old can do it with getting the dog to sit from a pull up rather than a pull back, and he's got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not difficult. It's just a matter of understanding,
Yeah.
right? And once you start understanding, it really does become easier,
Yeah.
right? Because yeah, the first box is a slip lead. We've created the foundational box or the, Best Life Together
And what's
series.
the box name?
The first one is Walking in Sync.
Yeah.
The second one is Mealtime Manners. The third one is, I think that one is Calm Before the Door.
I
Yeah.
like Calm Before the Door.
Yeah. And it's the obvious, right? People really struggle with door dashing and their
Yes.
dogs bolting out the door and
Yes. Knocking you
and
over,
something like that.
especially if they're a big one.
Yeah. So it's focused around that. And then we have like a call to connection, which again, the whole point of the foundation of what we're teaching with not just with the EduPaws boxes that we're creating, but SCD Pack Walk and even Prison Program is teaching balance and
Yeah.
teaching how to.
And EduPaws is the name of the new
Yes, I'm sorry, I
company.
didn't say that. Yeah, the name of the new company is EduPaws. It's based off of education, right?
Yeah.
Edu, and then paws, of course, the dogs. Yeah, EduPaws. But yeah, it's exciting, and I'm really excited to be able to like expand.
So what's the website? What's the where can
The
go to?
website is EduPaws, EduPaws.co.
.co.
Yeah, and
Not Petco, but
like
.co.
yes. And then on all of the social medias it's EduPaws. So EduPaws. I think on Instagram it's EduPaws Box. And on
I
TikTok it's
can't wait to follow
EduPaws.
that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like I said, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And the website should be, well, by the time this is aired, it'll definitely be active because it should be going live this week.
Yeah.
And then we'll be taking some orders
Yeah.
before we really get going. And then once we've, gotten a good solid, baseline, we're gonna hit it hard and then hit,
And then you're saying that there will be like access to people to be able to have a group or
yeah.
get some kind of coaching.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna create an EduPaws family, which is like the community of people who are using the boxes because like a video is awesome and it'll teach a lot, but there's always going to be questions.
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to create a community where everybody who's using the boxes can talk to each other about what they're doing and how it's going and maybe help each other work through it, which as you know is like a huge advantage whenever you're learning something is to be able to bounce it off
Am I doing this right?
Yeah. As well as we're going to do live TikToks and stuff like that where Seth will be back there with the phone and taking questions that people are asking, and I'll be answering them live and going through some of the things and hopefully trying to get some other questions answered. But yeah, that's the whole point is to help people and to help them with their dogs.
Help me, yeah.
Yeah, to help everybody. Yeah. So I'm really excited about it, and I think it'll be fun because I love what we're doing with SCD Pack Walk and that we're helping Santa Clarita Valley.
Yeah.
But this allows us to expand a little bit farther and help more people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. It's great what you've done. You've helped people come in inside to then come outside and get into the industry. And then you're helping us, the housewives and workers of the world, control their dogs.
Doing our best, right? Because like, this, once you start creating like a cohesive relationship with your dog, it makes it so much more fun.
Yeah. And you're not shouting at them all the time. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
They don't understand, really.
Well, you're just barking with them.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, let's get them.
Just hyping them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, it's like, it's fun. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And it creates again, just like a partner, like a spouse or a partner or a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a whatever. When you get on the same page, and that's when the real magic
Figure
happens.
them out.
Yeah.
Like my little Tango, if I say move, he's not going to move the first time. But if you keep saying move, it's never going to happen. I have to say bed. Pause for a second, but keep eye contact.
And mean it. Yeah.
And then hit go. But every time he's like, I'm just going to wait. Because if she starts saying bed, 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 okay, it's all over.
Yeah.
All over.
Right. Exactly.
Just hold the stare.
And the intention.
And then,
like, this is what I need from you. And the communication of.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh. Okay.
If I say anything, I'll say tango. And if he doesn't, I'll say bed. And if he doesn't go, I'll go tango. And then it goes.
It's like, all right. Yeah. It's like a kid.
Yeah, exactly. But Eli, the big dog, I'm like, bed, okay. Yeah. It's a Rottweiler.
Different.
Poops himself every time you raise your voice. Ah! Oh, just shout at me for. Yeah, I hurt his feelings quite easily.
Oh, poor Eli.
He's very sensitive. Yeah.
That's cute.
Well, no, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
Appreciate you having me.
And then we come back.
Yeah.
Because you can tell us more about
EduPaws
box.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm definitely going to be on those lives.
Yeah.
Asking all.
It'll be so fun. I'm actually excited for the lives, to be honest. Like, I'm excited for everybody to get their box and to start working and be able to, do their own work and stuff. But I'm really excited to be able to like jump on and answer questions and help even more. Yeah. So I'm excited. It'll be fun.
Right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Vix. Thank you for having me. And I wish you guys the best in your dog's train home.
Yes.
You're going forward.
Moving forward in whatever direction that's going to take us. It's taking us in a lot of directions so far.
Yeah, it's going to take you in the right direction.
And I will probably be calling on you for your training.
Yeah. And I will. Whatever I can. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. No problem. Peace.
Peace out. You've been listening to a Dogs Train Home podcast, where every story reminds us that second chances are real.